Hey, this is Far Cry 223, aka the reviewer, and I'm doing a review of the Roland Emmerich's disaster film 2012. What I gotta say about this movie, um, it's actually really good. I've gotta admit, I'm quite surprised. See, this is from the guy who did Godzilla, The Day After Tomorrow, and 10,000 BC. I did not like that movie. I turned it off 5 minutes in. It was so crappy. It's like, oh, the sun, that represents our love. That's the worst line you could ever say in a film. Now, I gotta say, it's actually a pretty cool movie. I gotta admit, the effects, they're actually pretty freaking awesome. They're actually awesome, I gotta admit. The acting's top notch in it for everyone. And it does have some pretty big name people. It has like Danny Glover playing a president, John Cusack, Woody Harrelson, who plays a very odd radio personnel, and he is really nuts. I considered him paranoid the whole film, but he's funny. There's a line in the movie I love. They're driving down the street and Arnold Schwarzenegger is going, "Oh, the worst is over," and he's like, "He's an actor. He's reading a script," and just the way he said it was hilarious, because Arnold Schwarzenegger is an actor and he has read a script. And he's holding a reading script, which is funny. And he's like, "Oh yeah, the worst is over." No, Arnold, the worst is not over. The worst is just beginning. What I just admit, it's a very, very long movie. It's 2 hours and a half, but it's actually really good. Wanna know what I thought strange? In the beginning, there's a guy named Roland, and he puts a fake version of the Mona Lisa where the actual Mona Lisa would have been. And they're transporting art, and he's on the road, and he gets blown up, and you'll find out that like, oh, they're going like, oh yeah, anyone who tries to tell public that the world's gonna end dies. And I was going, his name's Roland, and it's directed by Roland Emmerich. Connection? I think not. But I do have to admit, it's actually a really intense film. I'm not gonna give the ending away. The ending's actually pretty interesting. It is a movie that does defy logic. You gotta kind of turn off logic, otherwise you're gonna go, no. That would not happen. No. Now there's a lot of characters that you'll hate, and I hated the Russian guy. He was so idiotic. He's like, "Oh, good, very good." And then kind of a spoiler, sort of, he falls to his death. And you know he always said good? You can almost hear him saying, "Not good, not good." Okay, well this video is going to be a lot longer than the other ones. Usually the others were only 1 or 2 minutes. This one's actually going to be a video review and a rant. And I'm going to now start the rant part of it. This part's going to get a little bit strong. It's going to be a little intense, I'm going to admit. My opinion of 2012. Not going to happen, people. No. They say that the world will end in 2012. Mayans could not predict their own end. They could not predict their own end. No. I don't believe that. That's not going to happen. And what's another thing in the movie is they actually try to save the people. And they do it by getting on these large ships known as arcs. And you learn that one of the arcs gets damaged, and that was the main one. And there's one line that was actually interesting. A kid and his like father, they're getting onto a plane, and they're going like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna live and you're gonna die." And that's true, but they don't in the end. Okay, I just kind of spoiled the ending a little, but I didn't go extreme. No, it's not gonna happen. They said we'd have Y2K. Y2K did not happen, people. Oh, and if you're wondering why I'm wearing huge, big ass headphones, for some reason my brother brought headphones last night, and that's how we had to get the sound. So, I mean, we do have speakers, but for some reason I don't know why, but I actually kind of like it. It makes my videos feel a little interesting. So, this is Far Cry 223, signing out.